Welcome back to another St. Peter's Newcomer Spotlight. Today, another transfer coming in to the women's basketball program, transferring from Miles Community College and originally from Australia. We have Binta Salawu. Binta, great to see you today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Binta, you have played community college in the United States for each of the last 2 years after previously living in Australia. What do you think the biggest difference is between playing in the United States and playing in Australia, basketball-wise?
I think the girls over here are a lot more solid. They're a lot bigger, stronger. It's more common to lift weights a lot more in college basketball, so just had to adapt to that.
Miles Community College is in Montana, if I'm not mistaken. Was there a culture shock when you first arrived in the United States and started living here?
Yeah, for sure. I was definitely in some random country towns. I was in Iowa, Council Bluffs, my freshman year. So that was a big culture shock. But, and then Miles, obviously, and the people were really nice. It was just definitely geographically very different to back home.
You certainly adjusted well on the basketball court. You had a very successful 2 years in junior college. What do you think it was in junior college? What do you think you learned that you can take away that has prepared you the most for playing at the Division I level?
I definitely learned mental toughness in Juco. It was definitely something I grew from. My first year, I was just adjusting to the way that Americans play basketball because it is different. And then my second year, I kind of flourished because I was adjusted and I had freedom to play my own game. So I just went with the flow and I did well my second season.
When you first heard from head coach Mark Mitchell, what stood out to you?
He's a very passionate coach. He's very serious about winning. He wants the best from everybody, and he was just super excited the whole time recruiting me and really eager to have me on the team. So that's kind of why I came here, just because of how much I could see that he wanted me to be a part of this program.
Well, he had a lot of reasons to want you to be a part of this program. You averaged over 20 points per game last season. You stand 5'4", you play the point guard position. What do you think are the biggest strengths of your game?
I've definitely developed my three-point shot in my sophomore year, but my biggest strength is probably getting to the free throw line. I like to drive to the basket and draw the foul and hopefully make the layup. And I feel like after Juco, I've got a bit more of a leadership quality about myself and just pushing myself and my teammates to get better.
We know how difficult it was for some of the freshmen coming in to visit the campus because of the pandemic leading into this year. Had you previously visited St. Peter's before you committed?
No, I hadn't. I didn't get to visit any school because it was the middle of the pandemic. So I just had to really go with my gut instinct on where I wanted to go without any visit.
Well, now that you're in Jersey City, what have you been enjoying so far about St. Peter's?
I really love the atmosphere. I love my teammates and the coaches. They're all people that I know are going to take care of me, and it's a really good support system out here. I've also been to Jersey a couple of times, so I'm pretty familiar with the area. That's another reason I chose to come here, just because without the visit, I knew what I was having to expect, and I like it here. So
I know that you and your teammates have been texting each other throughout the pandemic, group chats and the like. What have you liked the most about your new group of teammates?
They're just a great group of girls. They're really supportive. They're just good people to be around. We haven't had much experience on the court, but off the court, we all really gel together, and they're just good people to be around.
Well, we know how difficult it was this year in the pandemic, a lot of seasons being cut short. How have you been able to get better and improve your game during the pandemic?
So I was back home in Australia, and like the gym is under construction here, my gym back home is under construction as well. So that made it pretty difficult. I was just really focusing on conditioning and being ready to go in shape-wise. So I was running a lot, doing a lot of beach runs, going for a lot of runs just anywhere I could, doing strength conditioning, all of that stuff. And then when I could get out to a gym, then I would make the drive.
What do you think the biggest adjustment is going to be for you going from the Juco level to the Division I level?
I think in D1 the girls are a lot taller. Juco, it's mainly guard based, and then there's a couple bigs, but definitely just dealing with the height, and especially in this conference, just adjusting to that.
Well, Binta, we know you're not the only player from down under to be joining the Peacocks this year. Victoria Icanazio, also an Australia, New Zealand native. How has she helped the transition?
I'm excited to have another Australian on the team. Every year that I've been in college, I've had an Australian on my team, and it's really helped. It's nice to have someone from home, and we have that mutual connection of being from the same country. So I'm really excited for her to get over here.
And what kind of hobbies have you taken up, maybe something new during the pandemic, during all the free time that we've had?
Well, I'm studying communications here, so I just got a blog that I've been writing on, so that's been new.
Well, feel free to shout it out if you want Peacocks Nation to get to know more about you.
It's called Binta.blog, just my name, .blog. I just write about spirituality and my experience with it.
Well, that is very, very good. Binta, great to talk to you today, and we can't wait to see you on the floor at the Yanatelli Center very soon.
Can't wait to be there. Thank you.